Welcome to Company of Heroes. Company of Heroes is a real-time strategy game that focuses on frontline combat, capturing key strategic points and leading your company to victory. Welcome to basic training. This training exercise will cover unit selection, During the game, you will receive objectives to... Here's an example. You can see your objectives listed on the left side of the screen. Moving your mouse cursor over the objective icon. Try this now and move your mouse. Good. If the objective is off screen, an arrow will point to it. For training purposes, the description and direction arrow will remain on screen. Good. Now, we will cover how to select units. This is a rifleman squad, the basic infantry unit. Note the rifleman icon and the squad's health bar above. In Company of Heroes, you issue orders to squads, not individuals. A squad needs to be selected before you can give them orders. Left-click on the right.
Like we fight today.
Good. You can see they're selected by the circle on the ground around them. All selected squads are shown on the selection panel in the middle of the task. You can access the squad's abilities from the command panel on the right. The mini-map is shown on the left side of the taskbar. To get more information about anything on the taskbar, move your mouse over it. Here's an engineer squad. You can select several squads at the same time by holding the left mouse button.
Warmed up, sir.
Excellent. You can see both squads in the selection panel of the taskbar. You can cycle through each squad in your selection by pressing Tab, or Good. You can now give orders to this individual squad and use their special abilities in the command panel. Left-click on the Group Select icon. Good. Our engineers are being deployed elsewhere. We will now cover unit movement. All basic orders in the... To issue a move order to your rifleman squad, right? Good. In order to move units outside the... Moving your mouse cursor to... Good. Now follow the objective arrow and pan the camera until you see the road intersection. Excellent. Now, order the squad to move here by right-clicking on the indicator.
On our way.
Good. Good. Now you get the basic idea. In Company of Heroes, you can rotate the camera to see more. To do this, hold down the Alt key on your keyboard and move the... That's it. To return the camera to its default position, press the backspace key twice. Excellent. You can also zoom in. Fantastic. Again, pressing backspace will return your camera to its default. Company of Heroes is best played from the default. Issue a move order to the indicated position up the road. Notice that as your squad moves, they reveal more of the surrounding landscape. This is the fog of war. Your units can only see what is immediately around them. Well done. Your squad is in position. An event queue has appeared on the left of the screen to let you know that enemies have been spotted. Click on the event queue or press... An Axis patrol is moving in and trying to capture our strategic... Notice that enemy units are shown in red. Right-click on the enemy troops to attack them.
Weapons ready. Attack when in red.
Notice your mouse changes to an attack cursor as you mouse over the enemy squads. Enemy unit down.
Nothing left.
Good job. Now, let's get that strategic point back. Right-click on the strategic point. Notice your mouse changes to a capture cursor when you mouse over a strategic point.
Rifle
Excellent.
squad has the op-
This concludes basic training. You've earned your stripes. You have learned how to select units, move the camera, and how to use the right mouse button to issue basic commands. Click Continue to return to base. Welcome to Infantry Combat Training. We'll be commanding an airborne infantry squad and learning how to use cover, flank the enemy, and use abilities. So far, we've issued commands with the right mouse button. However, using abilities from the taskbar is done with the left mouse button. Left-click on the flashing button, then left-click on the indicated position to deploy your parachute. Your squad is parachuting in now. In Company of Heroes, using abilities is always done with the left mouse button. These guys are airborne infantry, elite paratroopers that can be airdropped anywhere on the battlefield. The red shield displayed next to the squad's icon indicates the squad is exposed. Exposed squads are especially vulnerable to enemy fire. Select your right-click near the indicated objects to move your paratrooper. The yellow dots on the ground show areas of light cover. Light cover offers limited protection from enemy fire. Good. The yellow shield icon over your... Let's move again. Right-click near the stone wall to move the paratroopers.
Stay with me. Come on.
The green dots represent areas of heavy cover. Good. As you can see, the shield is now green. Time to move into enemy territory. Let's use the Attack Move ability. Remember, targeted abilities like Attack Move are confirmed with a left click. Left click on the Attack Move button in the taskbar. Then pan the camera to squads using Attack Move will automatically attack the enemy and then continue to their destination. Enemy sighted.
Taking fire. In position.
Good. Enemy patrol destroyed. Mortars, incoming. A Kraut mortar team has been spotted near the chapel. Attack the mortar squad by right-clicking on them.
We got him! Keep it up!
As you've seen, your squads will automatically use cover when attacking. Good work.
Target is down!
Notice your squad was promoted to veteran status. There are 3 ranks of veterancy in Company of Heroes. All units gain veterancy the longer they are in combat. Recon shows the enemy has set up a heavy machine gun team to cover the road. Attack the heavy machine gun team by right-clicking on it.
Get the fuck in there! Fire!
Your squad is taking enfilade fire from that MG. This is the MG's arc of fire. We need to stay out of this area. Order... Excellent. Let's throw a grenade to destroy the machine gun. Using abilities like grenades costs resources. The machine gun team is out of action. Time for a little payback. Capture the heavy machine gun by right-clicking on it.
Airborne!
Excellent. You now control 2 squads, a heavy machine gun team. Now, let's redeploy the heavy machine gun to cover the... Select your heavy machine gun. Hold down the right mouse button over the MG team and drag the mouse in the direction of the arrow. You can issue a set facing command to all squads and vehicles in Company of Heroes. Incoming enemy patrol. Notice that your squads automatically attack nearby enemies. Enemy patrol destroyed. More paratroopers are inbound to our position. Before our final objective, we need to capture the nearby strategic point to select the new paratrooper squad.
People!
Right-click on the nearby strategic point to capture it.
Airborne.
Good. This sector is now under our control. Time to upgrade your paratroopers by recoilless rifles are heavy anti-tank weapons that are effective against. Excellent. Notice the upgrade icon above the health bar. Time to attack the enemy and clear out the area. Order your squads to destroy the enemy machine gun team defending this farm using what you've learned so far. Remember, use cover and grenades. Good luck.
Airborne here. Give me some hustle, Airborne. Stand by, Airborne squad. Move it up on the left. Move it, Airborne. All right, let's get going. Airborne's ready to go.
Lock it up, Airborne! Take your fire drop down! Get the fucking fight!
Death from above! Grenade! Take cover! Airborne!
Enemy,
Stand
well
down!
done.
Enemy destroyed!
During infantry training, you learned how to use cover. Infantry training complete. Welcome to base operations training. During this exercise, we will cover base construction. Our headquarters is located in this farmhouse. The HQ is your most crucial structure. With it, you call in. First, let's deploy an engineer squad. To do as you can see on your taskbar, you have no resources. For training purposes, we'll give you enough resources to get started. There are 3 types of resources in Company of Heroes. Manpower is your primary resource. To deploy an engineer squad, so left-click. Engineers are your basic construction squad. They can build defense. Your engineers are ready for duty. Let's begin construction of a barracks. First, select your left-click to build a barracks. Left-click the flashing button, and then left-click. Base structures can only be built near the HQ and on open ground. If the build preview turns red, you cannot build at that location.
Okay, barracks
Good.
is ready. Barracks is
The
good to
barracks
go.
allow. Select your barracks. Now, again, notice that you have spent manpower to deploy the rifleman squad. The rifleman squad is now displayed in the build queue. You can cancel any item in the queue by left-clicking on it. Rally points can be set by using the rally point icon, and then newly deployed squads will automatically move to that location. You've spent all of your resources. Remember, there are 3 types of resources. Let's start with manpower. A constant stream of manpower is generated from your headquarters. The first number in the highlighted area shows the total amount of manpower you currently have. The second number shows how much manpower you are earning per minute. Munitions is the second resource. You spend munitions to upgrade. A constant stream of munitions is generated by capturing munitions. Fuel is the final resource and is spent to deploy heavy vehicles. A constant stream of fuel is generated by. The mini-map shows the location of all resource points. To get a more detailed view of the battlefield, this is the tactical map. The battlefield is divided up into a number of. Select your rifleman squad.
On your feet,
Right-click on the munitions point to capture it. Right-click. Good. You've captured the point, and now, as you can see on the minimap, the sector is now blue. However, the sector is also flashing. This means it is out of supply. Bring up the tactical map to get the munitions sector you've just captured is here. As you can see, it's not connected to your HQ sector here. This means it is out of supply. Out of supply territories do not generate any resources. To bring the munitions sector into supply, you need to capture this connecting sector. Double-click on the strategic point symbol to zoom in on that location.
Oh, we'll take it all right.
Sometimes the enemy will be defending strategic points. Eliminate the enemy, then capture the strategic point.
Enemy unit down.
Oh, we'll take it all right.
Sometimes the enemy will be defending strategic. Excellent. Strategic points are vital. The munitions sector is now in supply and generate. The resources a sector generates is indicated on its icon. Note now we need to secure the munitions sector to increase your. Now click on the flashing field defenses button. Left click on the observation post button.
Okay, boys. You heard the man.
Okay, done.
Now that the observation post is complete, more importantly, the enemy will need to destroy your. This area is crawling with German patrols. Time to defend. Select your engineer squad. Click on the flashing field. Left click on the MG emplacement button, and finally set the facing of the MG.
We need an MG nest in there. Reporting construction
Excellent.
complete.
Enemy incoming. The MG emplacement will automatically engage. Fantastic. The MG emplacement is suppressing the enemy troops. They're retreating. However, the Germans know we're here now. We need to fortify our position. In Company of Heroes, you can garrison local buildings, which order the engineers to garrison the nearby building by right-clicking on it. Good. Buildings can also be upgraded into a forward barracks, allowing you to select the local building. Left-click. Only buildings in supplied sectors can be upgraded into a forward barracks. Now you can deploy infantry squads from. Now deploy a rifleman squad from your. Excellent. Select your rifleman squad. Use the rifleman squad to capture the indicated strategic point. Use the rifleman squad to capture the indicated strategic point.
Rifle squad has the objective. Rifles at the ready.
Rifle squad is being engaged!
The flashing yellow indicators above your squad shows that they are being suppressed. While suppressed, your squads will dive to the ground and crawl to avoid being hit. The flashing red indicator shows your squad is now pinned. Pinned units are ineffective and will take heavy casualties unless you retreat. Retreat will break any suppression or pinning effects on your squads and give them a defensive bonus. Your squad is safe now, but they took some casualties. Select your rifleman's squad. Click the flashing button to reinforce your squad back up to full strength. Squads can only reinforce if they are near a base structure, a forward barracks, or a half-track. Notice you have earned experience. You gain experience. Once you've gained enough experience, you can use command points to unlock. To do this, left-click on the flashing. There are 3 companies you can choose: infantry, airborne, and armor. Each has its own special abilities. For training, we'll choose the infantry company. Click on the infantry company icon to select it. Then, click the accept. Here are the special abilities available to you. As the defensive operations ability allows your riflemen to build. Click on the defensive operations button. Then, the Germans will be counterattacking. We need to defend this area with sandbags. Select your rifleman's squad.
Won't win this war by
Left-click
standing
on the
around.
Build Field Defenses menu. Left-click at the indicated location to start the wall. Now drag the mouse to the final location and left-click to order your Good. Your riflemen are now building the wall section by section. Sandbags provide heavy cover. You can move infantry behind this wall to give them cover against incoming fire.
Rifle squad has contact! Ready! Ready!
Earn more command points. Left-click on the flashing button to unlock. Use the artillery strike ability to defeat the German attack. Okay, take cover.
Taking fire!
Enemy unit down.
Stand down. Section is clear. Well done. During training, we covered how to establish your base, call in additional troops, capture territory, defend your front lines, and use company commander abilities to defeat the enemy. This completes base operations. Welcome to Armor Training. We've just got word that a convoy from Baker Company has come under attack. Select your Sherman tank. Use your Sherman tank to move to the ambush site.
Get us in there.
Use your... There's the enemy. Order your Sherman to attack the Panzer by right-clicking. That was a direct hit, but it did little damage because of the Panzer's heavy armor. You need to flank the enemy tank and attack its rear armor. Good. You've scored a hit to its rear armor. Look out.
Taking fire. Sherman reporting. Let's dance. Repositioning. Move it out! We're there. Repositioning. Let's dance. Let's get it on. Rolling out. Rolling out. Armor rolling. We gotta move. Get her in gear. Let's dance. Get this bucket of bolts rolling! We gotta move.
been hit.
Hit the engine! Driver! Push her! Any tank. Give her some gas, Tiny.
Good shot. Now, let's look at the damage. That shot from the Panzer scored a critical hit and has immobilized your tank. Notice the unit information display on the taskbar shows the Sherman tank has suffered from a critical hit to its engine. Your tanks can be repaired in the field with the help of the engineer squads. Repairing a vehicle will remove any critical hits it has received. Order your engineers to You have deselected your squad. Order your engineers to repair the Sherman by right-clicking on it. Order your engineers to repair the Sherman by right-clicking on it. You have deselected your squad. Left-click on your engineer squad to select Order. Excellent. The repairs are complete. There are enemy patrols in this area. To increase the Sherman's effectiveness against infantry, select your click on the flash.
Sherman out.
Sergeant,
Excellent.
get an MG on the roof
Notice
of
the
this tin
gunner
can.
on the
It's time to
turret
shred
manning
some
the
crap.
MG. Recon indicates the Germans have set. Let's move up and take it out. Order your Sherman to proceed to the indicated location.
Rev her up.
Order your Sherman to proceed to the indicated location. Tank traps are blocking the road. Your Sherman cannot move through the tank traps. Axis infantry spotted. They're targeting the Sherman's rear armor. Hold down the right mouse button on the Sherman and drag the mouse in the direction of the enemy. Excellent. Now the Sherman's strongest armor is facing the enemy. Enemy Panzerschrecks destroyed. We need to continue moving toward the Axis base. Those tank traps are blocking our path. We'll call in a Sherman Crocodile to help. Crocodiles are armed with flamethrowers and can be upgraded. Select your Crocodile. Upgrade your
Give her some gas, Tiny.
Excellent. You can now clear the tank traps by moving the tank through them. You have deselected the tank. Left click on your Crocodile. Now, excellent. Your tank moves slower while the bulldozer is lowered. You can raise it by left clicking on the bulldozer button in the command panel. Now let's take out that German base. Use both your Sherman and the Crocodile. Flamethrowers are effective at burning infantry squads out of buildings.
Taking fire! Let's get moving! Crocodile here. Taking fire. Heavy can ready! Tear him to shreds, goddammit. We're in there. We gotta go! Let's roll! Cannon's on target. Just drive! Get this tin can moving. Get this tin
terrorists destroyed. This completes armor training. During
Welcome, sir, to 3rd Battalion, Boudicca's Boys, 2nd British Army. During this training exercise, you'll familiarize yourself with the British Army of opposing fronts and its command structure. We will cover infantry deployment. 3rd Battalion has just moved into the area. We need to move out and capture additional territory. This is an infantry section, the basic infantry squad of the British Army. Left-click on your infantry section. Now, right-click on the indicated position to notice how your squad moves. While moving in friendly territory, all British squads move using their assault stance. The infantry section is now entering neutral territory. Notice the change in stance. When moving in neutral or enemy territory, all squads adopt a patrolling stance. Let's help them out by deploying a lieutenant. Left-click on your command truck to select. Left-click on the flag. Lieutenants are the basic officers of the British. They are critical to the success of your army. Excellent. Your lieutenant is ready. Select your lieutenant. Whenever a lieutenant is near infantry, his presence provides discipline to all nearby soldiers. Good. The star over your infantry shows that a lieutenant is nearby. This grants them combat and veterancy. Since the lieutenant is so critical to the success of your infantry, it is important for him to maintain command range. Left-click on the flashing button to order your... Now, left-click on the indicated infantry section. Now, left-click on the indicated infantry section. Good. Notice the symbol above the lieutenant, indicating that he is now following the infantry section. Select your infantry section. Now, let's order the infantry section to cap. Notice that your infantry are moving much more quickly with the lieutenant nearby. Watch out. Incoming enemies. Excellent work. Enemy patrol defeated. Your infantry might have had a tough fight. Good thing the lieutenant was there to keep them in line. Proceed with capturing the sector. Proceed with capturing the sector. Good. This sector is now under your control. Even though we have captured the munitions point, it is not secure. Unsecured points provide less resources. Let's secure that munitions point. The British secure territory sectors differently than other armies. They use their mobile command trucks. Command trucks are the backbone of the British Army because they can be deployed anywhere on the battlefield. They allow the British to call in reinforcements where they are needed. More importantly, once deployed, command trucks also secure territory sectors. Select your command truck. Deploy this command truck to the munitions sector that you just captured. Left-click on the flashing button to mobilize your command truck.
Yes, sir. Mobile HQ prepping for transport.
Good. Command truck is mobile. Look at the minimap. All your territory is flashing. Whenever your headquarters command truck is mobile, your controlled territory will not be in supply. Sectors that are not in supply do not generate resources. Order your command truck to the munitions sector by right-clicking. There are many reasons to move your command truck. It grants resource bonuses to the sectors it occupies. It can deploy units closer to the front line or relocate if the enemy is attacking. The command truck is quite vulnerable while moving, so guard it carefully. Now that the HQ is within the munitions sector, we'll need to deploy it to secure the territory. Left-click on the indicated position within the sector to order your command truck to begin setting up there.
Establish a command headquarters here, gents.
Excellent. You have successfully deployed your command truck. Notice that the territory has stopped flashing. Your territory is now back in supply. Your munitions resource rate has improved dramatically. To build a machine gun emplacement, select your infantry. Click on the flashing button to access your defensive. Left-click on the machine. Position the emplacement by left-clicking on the indicator. Finally, set the facing of the MG emplacement to cover the northern approach.
You heard the captain. Let's get on with it. Build complete over here.
Good. However, your MG emplacement is facing the wrong way. Let's try once more. The emplacement should face in the direction of the... To build them, click on the flashing button to access your defensive... Left-click on... Position the emplacement by left-clicking on the indicator. Finally, set the facing of the MG emplacement to cover the...
Okay, stop standing around. We don't have all day. Build complete over here.
Excellent. British infantry can also build structures like mortar. The enemy has discovered our location. Stand to. An MG emplacement is an excellent defense against attacking infantry. NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target. Good. Enemy infantry neutral. To provide additional protection for our troops, let's build a slit trench. Click on the flashing button to act. Left-click on the indicated location to place the slit trench. Set the facing of the slit trench. Unique to the British, slit trenches are defensive structures that infantry can garrison for additional protection from enemy fire.
I should have been an
Good. Notice that it is unoccupied after construction is complete. And
Get in there.
Ready for orders.
NCOs reporting they have destroyed a German target.
Taking effective fire! Enemy infantry destroyed!
Good job. Incoming mortar. That mortar is wreaking havoc on our infantry. Order your infantry to... Good job. Trenches provide extra protection against artillery. Let's take out that mortar. Our ground forces are unable to attack that mortar. We'll need to use a... You have been granted access to glider-borne commandos. Gliders are excellent for attacking positions behind the enemy's front line. To request a glider, left-click on... Now left-click on the indicated position. Left-click again to target the desired direction you would like the glider to land. Commandos reporting for duty. Order your commandos to take out that mortar. Remember your tactical training.
Throw in frag. Infantry closing in on us!
The German target has been knocked out. Now you know about some of the unique aspects of the British. You learned about the lieutenants and infantry, command trucks, and how to build emplacements. This concludes this training exercise, sir. 3rd Battalion awaits.
Welcome to training. Kampfgruppe standing by. During this exercise, you will learn about the unique aspects of the Panzerelite and their arsenal of vehicles. You learn how to attack from half-tracks, to capture and secure territory. Kampfgruppe has heard reports of enemy infantry in the area. We need to scout their position. First, left-click on the Panzergrenadiers are the backbone of any Panzer Elite army. They are versatile and able to respond to any enemy threats. They also provide basic logistical support. Garrison that half-track. We need to move out. Right-click the half-track to order your Panzergrenadiers to get inside. Good. Notice that your Panzergrenadiers have taken up positions in the back. Panzer Elite infantry garrisoned in open-top vehicles can shoot out the back with any equipped weapons. Half-track and Panzergrenadiers are ready. Select your half-track. Enemy infantry spotted. Move out and attack them. Order your half-track to attack the indicated squad by right-clicking on it. The Panzergrenadiers are not only transported with the vehicle, but they add additional firepower to the half-track's own machine gun. We have the enemy infantry defeated. Look out! Counterattack! We're taking too much damage. We need more firepower. Get a grenade on that infantry. Additional left-click on the target the infantry and left-click on them to throw the Panzergrenadiers use incendiary grenades. These grenades don't do much initial damage, but entrenched squads will burn if they stay put. The enemy is weakened. Enemy infantry neutralized. Recon reports an enemy infantry squad occupying a nearby slit trench. Let's take them out. This is a mortar half-track. This mobile artillery vehicle is quite effective at dealing with entrenched infantry. Select your mortar. Order the mortar half-track to fire an incendiary barrage at the enemy infantry squad. Left-click on the... Good. Now left-click on the enemy squad to... Excellent. Bombardment underway. Excellent. Bombardment underway. You'll notice your barrage was only marginally effective. Several more barrages are needed to fully defeat the enemy squad. Look at the incendiary barrage button. The ability has a long recharge. Let's call in resupply support, the munitions half-track. This vehicle resupplies nearby units by greatly reducing the recharge time of their... Select your munitions half-track. Order the munitions half-track to move close.
Order acknowledged.
Good. The munitions half-track is within resupply range. This is indicated by the symbol above the mortar half-track. Select your mortar half-track. Notice the incendiary mortar ability. It is fully charged and ready to... Order the half-track to barrage the infantry with incendiary rounds again. Notice the incendiary mortar ability recharges faster if the munitions half-track is nearby. Continue to barrage the enemy squad until they are defeated. Continue to barrage the enemy squad until they are defeated.
Incendiary rounds on their way!
Continue to barrage the enemy squad until they are defeated. Continue to barrage the enemy squad until they are defeated. Continue to barrage the enemy squad until they are defeated.
Incendiary rounds on their way! Loading incendiary rounds!
Continue to barrage the enemy squad until they are defeated. Excellent job. Infantry neutralized. For our next objective, let's capture and secure territory. This is a scout car, a Panzer Elite vehicle that can capture strategic points. Select your scout car. Order the scout car to capture the indicated... The scout car is an excellent recon vehicle. Armed with an MG-42 light machine gun, it is excellent for defeating lightly equipped infantry squads. Good job. The sector is now... To secure this sector, you'll need to upgrade your scout car first. Left-click on the flashing button to equip this. With this logistics support upgrade, the scout car is able to secure territory. Good. The radio antenna now attached to the roof of your scout. Left-click on the flashing button to secure this sector. Good job. The territory is now secure. Notice that a scout car secured territory is immobile. To mobilize the scout car, left-click on the Secure Sector button again. Now that the territory is captured and secure, we need to bring in some heavier weapons to protect the scout car. This is a Panzer IV-F infantry support tank, affectionately referred to as the Stubby for its short cannon. Select your support Panzer. Order the Panzer to move to the indicated position within the captured territory.
Panzer redeploying.
Excellent. Panzer is in position. Achtung! Incoming enemy! Notice the Panzer's slow rate of fire. You can increase its rate of fire by using its rapid fire ability. Left-click on the... Good job. The Panzer is able to fire more quickly. However, it is now locked down and cannot move. Many vehicles in the Panzer Elite have the ability to lock down. However, the benefits differ from vehicle to vehicle. As a Panzer Elite commander, knowing when to sacrifice mobility for firepower is crucial for victory.
New target!
Excellent. Notice your Panzer was promoted to veteran status. In the command panel, there are 2 veterancy buttons. When Panzer Elite squads and vehicles gain veterancy, this unlocks 2 special skills, allowing you to customize the combat effectiveness of the unit. The first ability boosts the unit's offensive power, the second its defensive power. With each rank of veterancy, you can choose which ability to apply to the unit. Left-click on one of the flashing buttons. Good. Your Panzer has been granted an offensive veterancy bonus.
Enemy is attacking!
Eliminated the enemy once more.
That last shot did it!
Excellent job. Infantry neutralized. Intel reports approaching tanks. The Panzer IV-F's gun is no match for the heavy British armor. Time to call in the Luft. You have been granted access to the Henschel strafing run. It is a very effective anti-tank airstrike. Left-click on the flashing Henschel strafe. Now left-click to target the indicated position for airstrike. With this ability, Henschel aircraft will fly by the target location, targeting all enemies within their flight path. Besides the Luftwaffe. These specialize in scorched earth and tank destroyer tactics. Now you know about some of the unique aspects to the Panzer Elite. You learned about the 3 types of half-tracks, infantry and vehicle combat, vehicle capturing and securing, and finally veterancy and lockdown. Excellent work. Panzer Elite training complete. Dismissed.